My child, come closer and listen carefully. It looks still, but it isn't. You wake up and everything feels the same walls, the same routine, the same unanswered prayers, the same silence where you expected movement. You check for signs, you scan for evidence, you search for something that tells you progress is happening. And when you don't see it, discouragement starts whispering. Nothing is changing. Maybe you missed your moment. Maybe this is all there is. But what you call stillness is not inactivity. What you call silence is not absence. What you call delay is not denial. You measure movement by what you can observe. I measure movement by what I am aligning. You expect visible shifts. I work in invisible adjustments. You expect doors to open loudly. I prepare rooms quietly. You expect sudden breakthroughs. I build stability beneath the surface. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven." This verse is teaching you about timing, not random timing, not accidental timing, divine timing. The true meaning of this verse is that seasons are intentional. There is a time for planting, a time for growth, a time for harvest. If you demand harvest during planting, you will call the field empty. But empty soil does not mean wasted soil. Some of you are in a planting season. You cannot see what is happening because it is beneath the surface. Seeds do not sprout immediately. Roots must form before branches can stretch. The work underground determines the strength above ground. You feel hidden. But hidden does not mean forgotten. It means being prepared. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him." This verse is teaching you that alignment happens in all things. Not just victories, not just visible progress. All things. The conversation that seemed insignificant, the delay that frustrated you, the closed door that confused you, the unexpected redirection. I am working in all of it. The true meaning of this verse is orchestration. I weave circumstances together in ways you cannot detect in real time. You see isolated moments. I see interconnected design. Do you think something stalled your path? But I may have been repositioning you. You think the silence means inactivity? But I may be synchronizing timing. You are watching your life from ground level. I see it from above. Isaiah 64:4 says, "No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what God has prepared for those who love Him." This verse is teaching you about unseen preparation. Prepared. That means work has already begun. Before you recognized it, before you understood it, before you saw evidence, I prepare what you cannot yet perceive. The true meaning of this verse is anticipation without anxiety. There are things in motion that you do not yet recognize. Opportunities forming, connections aligning, growth developing inside you, protection operating around you. You call it stillness because it is quiet. But quiet does not mean inactive. Quiet often means intentional. You assume if nothing is visible, nothing is moving. But alignment is subtle. Timing is delicate. Foundation is invisible. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a righteous person are ordered by the Lord." This verse is teaching you that direction is guided. Ordered, not random, not chaotic. Ordered. Even the steps that feel small. Even the steps that feel slow. Even the steps that feel repetitive. You think you are standing still. But I may be adjusting your direction by inches. And inches determine miles. A small shift now can prevent a larger correction later. You look at your life and see waiting. I look at your life and see positioning. You look at your present and see delay. I look at your present and see development. You look at silence and feel forgotten. I look at silence and see preparation. My child, you do not need to force movement. You do not need to manufacture momentum. You do not need to push doors that are not ready to open. Trust does not rush. Trust rests. Alignment requires patience, because if I release what you desire before the structure can support it, it will collapse. You want immediate results. I want sustainable outcomes. You want visible change, but I want lasting transformation. Sometimes I quiet your surroundings so you can grow internally. Sometimes I remove distractions so you can strengthen. Sometimes I delay exposure so you can mature. You think nothing is happening because you cannot see the blueprint. But construction does not stop because you do not hear the tools. There are adjustments you would not understand if you saw them. There are protections you would not appreciate if you knew what I blocked. There are connections forming that require precise timing. Alignment is not dramatic. It is precise, and precision requires patience. You are not stuck. You are being positioned. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. You are not delayed without purpose. You are being directed. The stillness you feel is not emptiness. It is incubation, and incubation precedes revelation. When the time comes, movement will feel sudden to you, but it will not be sudden to me. It will be the result of quiet alignment. You may not feel progress, but you are closer than you realize. Every day of apparent stillness is strengthening you. Every moment of waiting is refining you. Every unanswered prayer is adjusting something beyond your view. My child, it looks still, but it isn't. It looks silent, but it is intentional. It looks delayed, but it is deliberate. Trust the quiet work. Trust the hidden preparation. Trust the unseen alignment. You do not need visible proof to know I am moving. You need trust, and I am aligning things in your favor. Not loudly, not hurriedly, but faithfully. Stay steady, stay patient, stay close. The stillness is not the end. It is the setup. And when what I am preparing becomes visible, you will understand that nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Nothing was late. It was aligned, and I was working the entire time